Preparing a live stream. Setting up meeting for YouTube Live. And I think we're live.
Oh my God. I've never been live on YouTube before. How amazing is this?
We are now live on YouTube. Please do not swear. Fuck.
Bro, don't mess it up like that, bro.
It just means we can't get paid from this episode.
Oh, I don't care about getting paid.
Exactly. So that's what I'm like. Fuck it, mate.
Fuck it. The last thing I care about is YouTube monetization via ads. That's like the lowest form of payment that I care about.
Yeah, I didn't think you cared.
No.
Say that again?
Yeah. Maybe if it was on the 100Ks and stuff, I would care about. No.
Yeah, but no. Oh, you know what? I just realized as well.
Did you realize?
I don't think I should even say it on YouTube Live because it's actually something about the disclaimer that it's not in something that it should definitely be in that we've given out publicly.
I do not know what you're talking about unless you want to message me personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to still.
So do we have to stop? Do we have to stop streaming from YouTube?
No. It's nothing like that. It's
right.
Something else. Something else. But let me just get the disclaimer real quick.
I've got the disclaimer, bro. It's right in front of me.
All right, cool. Share screen.
Okay. Well,
you know what, as well, I've not actually sent the broadcast out, and I've not sent a text, and we've not sent an email this week. So I'm just testing, like, who's the realers.
The realers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we beginning the disclaimer now?
Yeah, if you can, please. Check my phone, please.
Yo, what's good, players? It is currently 3 minutes past 8 p.m. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, give me some kisses and some smooches too.
Monday the 14th of February 2022. Shout out to everybody locked inside. Okay, so let's start off with our disclaimer. Shout out to AJ. Disclaimer: all our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only. No information should be considered investment advice or a financial recommendation to buy, sell any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own research. It's very important to do your own analysis before doing any or making any investments based on your own individual circumstances. Always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our content. You wish to rely upon whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise.
So basically, we are not actually financial advisors, if you hadn't figured that out, because most financial advisors don't look like us, don't talk like us, and most definitely won't go brrrr. So get to know, innit? We're for the people, from the people, bringing you the finest information that they don't want the people to have. Get me? Yeah. So we are not financial advisors. All investments come with risk, and we don't want to be received or perceived as financial advisors. So let's get that clear. However, we are actually working with several accredited advisors. So if you would like to get your finances in order and find out when, if not, you should be mitigating your risk further, then please contact us at hello@blockchainsensei.com, and we can point you in the right direction. And if you are unable to mitigate your risk even further still, basically, you shouldn't be investing any money that you can't afford to lose. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go over what we'll be covering in the game today. There'll be three main sections. The first main section will be, I will be talking about a magical word called equity, and I will literally be breaking down with you guys a smart contract deal that I'm doing between myself, my dad, an NFT creator, and his brother and I believe cousin. So I'm just about to show you guys what's at print screens of what's happening in the deal, how I came across this deal, and how you can create your own deals as well within this space. Mr. Harding will be going over Elliott Wave theory, and then we've got one of our newest super keen Blockchain Sensei students. She said she doesn't want to come on camp today, but she's got a lovely NFT. Janaea, say what's up.
Hi guys.
So, what up?
Okay, we've only got 8 people in the room today, but 5 guys, 3 girls. That's a pretty good ratio. Oh no, we've got Kevin coming in.
I like Kevin.
Yes. So Janaea will be talking about a cryptocurrency called ALBT. Bear in mind, she's super new to the space, so we're not going to expect anything crazy. She's also going to talk about buying her first NFT, what it was like, why she's chose this NFT, and then she'll also just be talking about what's it like to be a woman in crypto and why more females need to get involved in this space. So, Mr. Harding, do you have any super exciting news to share before I go into this equity?
Well, if you didn't know, it was actually the Super Bowl the other day. And because it was the Super Bowl, it was all kinds of hella crazy what actually happened. So what actually happened? Coinbase crashed because of the ad. Now, the ad is probably one of the smartest and best pieces of like ad tech I've ever seen. In fact, let me just share it with you. So the ad, who remembers back in the days the DVD logo that would bounce around in the corners of the screen? Everyone remember that? What Coinbase did is they basically, this was their ad. Now, there is a massive psychological element there, because if that's playing for a minute, exactly, it's going to be very hard for you to not actually scan it or to take a picture of it and share some with somebody, especially in the middle of the Super Bowl when you've literally just seen Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and 50 Cent performing, and Kendrick Lamar in front of your face. It's a bit of a weird climax and rotation of energies that they did there. So that was pretty big news. So all the major crypto platforms did some advertising. Now, why would they be doing some advertising? Because of where we are in this cycle, guys. So one of the things we was saying that was going to happen this year, I put it in my 2022 predictions, was that Apple would make an announcement about them accepting crypto and would make an announcement about them and their VR glasses. Well, looky here. The announcement came out on Wednesday that Apple are to enable crypto payments with the tap to pay by the end of 2022. So if you're a business owner and you're not accepting crypto payments, that's a service Blockchain Sensei can help you out with. So you might want to think about it. You might want to put yourself in a position where you as a business owner can accept crypto payments. If you're self-employed, you might want to put yourself in a position where you can accept crypto payments. If you're a plasterer, plumber, DJ, anything where you accept payments and invoice people, message us so we can give you a free consultation on how to start accepting crypto payments. Because I know for myself, I've already started invoicing people in crypto payments, because, you know, this is what we're going to talk about in today's episode. Equity is everything. Because why would you want to get paid? Let's say you're getting paid £50 an hour, right? Why would you want to get paid £50 an hour all in fiat when you could probably get paid £30 and then the £20 in Bitcoin or Ethereum? That's clearly going to be worth more than the 20 by the end of the year. So that's something for everybody to think on there with that. So that's that bit of news. Now, the next bit of news is something that I think is clearly showing that crypto is about to absolutely fly off, because somebody has paid for and funded a whole Netflix documentary on the 2016 Bitfinex hack. Now, if you don't know about the Bitfinex hack, please go and do your own research. And what's quite interesting about it is the couple that are allegedly behind this.
I saw this on YouTube today.
They're a bit weird, and they're not even a bit weird in like a normal way. They seem very staged. They seem like they're being paid to be who they are. Like something just doesn't sit right with me. That like, it seems almost reality TV-ish. And I feel like they've been paid to do this and to do this hack to kind of make Bitcoin seem like it's bad still, and like, oh, only criminals use Bitcoin. So why would they want you to think, and the mass media, why would the masses, why would the whales who partly clearly own Netflix want the masses to think that Bitcoin is a bad thing? Oh, yes, they can buy it. So that's what's happening there. The other bit of news was that Bud Light released some amazing utility for their NFT, which is the physical glasses inspired by nouns NFTs. So anyone that's holding one of their NFTs from Bud Light's new beer, which is called Next, they will actually get these physical glasses in reality. So again, if you're a business owner and you're interested in NFTs, please contact us, because we have an NFT service, and what we can do is it can help you and your business understand, and including your customers, provide education for your customers on why they would be interested in your business's NFTs, help you then create the NFTs, and help you look for the utility that you might be able to offer to your customers, like these glasses, for example. Next bit of news was obviously the Man United news, but we'll come to that in a second. Next is CryptoPunk, now the highest selling NFT for 8,000 ETH, which is 23.7 million US dollars. Was this money laundering? Money laundering. Sorry, I'm sweating. That might have said like that. My cough might have sounded like I was saying something else then. Anyway, that sold for 23.7 million. So let's have a look at something else that happened in the news. Let's go to the Instagram. Blockchain Sensei Instagram, which I highly recommend everybody go to, and go to the link tree, because this is where you can find all of our fantastic services, and also all the latest episodes of things. So we've got the recent episode of NFT Fridays, which was amazing, about security for NFTs. This Friday's episode, we actually have Dom, who's going to play Axie Infinity live for people. So anyone that's interested in playing Axie Infinity and making money off some of these Axies, and wants to breed some of them babies with some of that smooth love potion on Valentine. We should have done a Valentine's Day special, you know. I'm gutted. We should have done it today. We should have done like a Valentine's Day smooth love potion, how to breed them babies in Axie Infinity. That would have been sick. Oh, we missed the trick there. Oh well, next year.
Next year.
So yeah, what else has happened? Oh yeah, CZ, who was getting slated by Forbes, did one of the most gangster moves ever. He invested in Forbes and now is a part owner of Forbes, the same platform that was criticizing him before. That's how gangsters roll, bro. That's how gangsters roll.
They will buy shares. They will buy the haters' shares. And then they're like, oh, you can't hate on me no more. I own you.
Yeah, what are you gonna say now, bro? You're fired, and you're fired. Like, that's how gangsters move, bro. Like, they don't play. Like, that's a different flex altogether. And we're gonna talk about some other corporate flexes later, because there's some crazy stuff going on. McDonald's also is planning to open restaurants in the metaverse, which is very interesting to see how that one plays out. Then we've also got Tezos. I wonder which set of guys might have done an episode on Tezos several months ago, and which set of guys might have had some talks with Manchester United Foundation that might have slipped over to Manchester United, because, you know, certain people watch what we do. But yeah, very interesting, Kawinky Dinky, that one. But yeah, Tezos are now the new sponsors of Manchester United. Anyway, breaking news, none other than the biggest whale shark in the game has come to play. Guys, if you haven't done a lesson with us, this doesn't mean anything to you, but it really, really should. Really. Please type game in chat if you understand who BlackRock are.
Someone, you better be typing game. I told you.
Because this picture right here.
You better be typing game. I told you.
This picture right here, I think this picture is an NFT in itself. This picture speaks 1,000 words. Like, what the hell? Some people don't even know that there's companies out there with 10 trillion, but it's casually being tweeted about that a $10 trillion asset management company, BlackRock, with the CEO clearly sitting at the World Economic Forum and now offering crypto trading. Who would have seen that coming? Hey? Oh, yeah. We mentioned that in the 22 predictions for 2022. Why? Because BlackRock have already been involved in crypto trading, but they've just not been publicly announcing it. Now they're publicly announcing it. What do you think that means for every institution that they are involved in? Oh, yeah, they're involved in over, well, if Vanguard's invested in 4,096 companies and BlackRock are bigger, guys, basically, this announcement means that the price of crypto is never going back to the price of what it was. Like, the train has now officially left. If you wasn't on the train as of this announcement, it's too late. We've given everybody enough warning that this moment would come, and it has now finally come. It is very, very public. So yeah, that's that. Obviously, we want to check out Mr. Spectacular's words of wisdom and his latest episode of Technically Speaking. And Disney are hiring an NFT expert. I think that's all the latest news. Yep, that's all the news on my end. So over to you, buddy.
Cool. I'm just gonna add a little bit to the news because I'm surprised you didn't mention Mr. Loverboy, Champagne Papi.
Oh yeah, what a flex!
What a flex! So first of all, right, if this isn't good for cryptocurrency, I don't know what is. He actually posted it on his feed, right? If we actually go to Champagne Papi's Instagram, it's actually there, I believe, or he might have done.
Now, what's even more of a flex is the fact that he's gambling with that amount of Bitcoin, which clearly is him going, I actually own way more than this.
There we go. BTC on the biggest artist in the world's profiles straight. So what he did was he bet 1.25 million amongst 3 bets, and he won 2 of them. One bet earned him 710,000 in Bitcoin, and the other one earned him 840,000. So yeah, 1.25 million, well, 1.5 million, 1.55 divided by 1.25, 300K profit.
Quick question.
It's kind of crazy.
This is to you, Ninja. If he gambled 1.5 million of
1.25 million.
How much Bitcoin do you reckon he's actually got?
That's the wild thing. That's the indirect. Because he's saying
that's what this post is really about.
It's like if this is the Bitcoin I can gamble, imagine the Bitcoin that I'm actually stacking.
That's what he's saying.
Because there's no way somebody like Drake is disconnected from blockchain information. He has people that present him financial opportunities day in, day out. He probably has an inside trader guy. Shit that you never see or shit that he never raps about. But this is what he's saying.
So, people are moving.
They're moving.
People are moving.
Okay, the Champagne Papi cosign. Okay, so let's get on to talking about equity. So I said this first on my Snapchat a few days ago, before a meeting I had with an upcoming app that I'm not going to talk about right now, but they're basically a cross between like Discord and Telegram, like a community app, and they've got a cryptocurrency on Solana. So, but before the meeting with them, I put something on my Snapchat and I said, in 2021, I really focused on pushing cryptocurrency and investing and financial literacy and the stock market, learning to trade. I documented all of that. I still think that all of that is extremely important. But just like I said in the episode where it was me solo, because Mr. Harding was on date night with his with Don, is I want everyone to think about how to raise their income. And one of the best ways to raise your income in this game is equity. Okay, so just outside of blockchain, I want everyone to think about how they can acquire equity. This is literally how you acquire equity, guys. It's not that hard. You find an upcoming business like Blockchain Sensei, doesn't have to be anything to do with crypto. This is equity in general. You offer your services and expertise in exchange for ownership in the business, even if it's 1 to 3%, because 1% in a business that makes £1 million a year is £10,000. Okay, who here would like to own 1% equity in 5 businesses that make $1 million? Nobody? Does any? You like that, right? You'd like that. Okay, so exactly. So one thing we're in the business of in Blockchain Sensei is we're in the business of equity acquisition. So I am going to share with you guys an actual live conversation. Well, not live, but print screens with things squiggled out. Conversation of an equity deal that I'm in the midst of closing. So first of all, can everybody see my screen? Oh, screen sharing has stopped as the window was closed. What the hell? Let's go again. They don't want us to see this information. Can everybody see this? Yes? No?
Yep.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Okay, cool. So let me tell you a little bit about the actual deal and how it happened. So for those that are unaware, my father, Mr. Iman Effendi, or more properly, Dr. Effendi, because he does have a PhD scholarship.
We'll just call him Goat Fendi.
Goat Fendi, right? So I'm the product of my father. He looks great for his age. So he is Blockchain Sensei CTO. He's been in software development for nearly 40 years. He's the reason why we live in the UK, because he got a PhD scholarship. And he pretty much knows every single major front end, back end software, web coding language there is. And now he is a developer for Phantom Crypto and is very well versed in Solidity. Now, he doesn't have any social media, but he does have a impressive LinkedIn, which I guess is a form of social media. So he likes to get contacted a lot, or people like to contact him a lot about inquiries. Now, fortunately, my dad, I'll publicly say, is not a great businessman. He is a great developer, but he's not a great entrepreneur. Shouts to my mum. Maybe that's where I get it from. And why am I texting you? So my dad got approached by an NFT artist. I will be shilling this project very soon, as I'm very, very involved in this project. I have, or I will be having, I can comfortably tell you guys that I have 100 out of the 1,000 whitelist. So I'm pretty sure I can get everybody in the community on that whitelist. But let's talk about the actual deal. So the NFT artist approached my dad, and the whole idea was this guy wanted to release 1,000 NFTs, kind of like Pokemon Tamagotchi kind of characters, where every single NFT is a unique character. So none of it is computer generated, and they wanted a custom smart contract. So they didn't want to sell on OpenSea, they didn't want to sell on Rarible, they wanted a custom smart contract that would require front end and back end development, and they want it to be sold on their website. So let's take some print screens from this conversation. And bear in mind, like, the money that's being, this is why I comfortably tell people I'm going to be a millionaire. First of all, there's 56 million millionaires in the world out of 7,800 million people. The money that's being spoken in this conversation, I don't even have this right now. So what I'm showing you is that every day, me and Mr. Harding are close to the big bag, right? And fortunately, because we're financially literate, we know what to do with this big bag. So I'm about to show you guys some real like business insider shit right now. Okay, cool. So let's start with the first print screen. Okay, so plus. Okay, cool. So fortunately, this guy, he won't name, he's actually working with his dad. So the person who approached my dad is actually representing his dad, who is an amazing artist, but like my dad, not a great negotiator or entrepreneur. So straight away, me and this guy just connect, right? So it's this guy's dad, who's the actual artist, he's the businessman, and then this guy's other family member who I've never spoke to, so I don't really know what his involvement is, but I definitely know what his involvement is. Like my involvement with my own father is I represent my dad in business, right? So I've had a chat with my dad, and we'll be keen to work with you both on this and make you part of the official team. Going forward, however, we'd like to hear your thoughts on the following. The original proposal was 100 whitelist, $500. That's not true, it's $1,000, but we address that later. 33% from mint sales. So for those that are unaware, actually, Mr. Hardy's the technical guy. Mr. Hardy, would you mind just defining minting? Because I feel like you do a better job than me.
Minting is the process in which a item is created or represented in a coded form on a relevant blockchain. Does that make sense? So it's basically turning something into blockchain code. So you're not actually getting, so with an NFT, the key thing to understand is you're not actually getting the item, you're getting a coded representation of the item. So the minting process is just basically creating the code and putting it into the blockchain.
Mm-hmm. So I have never today successfully got on, actually, no, I tell a lie, I have got on whitelist, but then for whatever reason, I didn't end up getting the NFTs. But anyway, so imagine we've agreed upon 100 out of 1,000 whitelist allocations, which will allow anybody within this community, so I'm really putting you guys on, to mint the NFTs before they go on public sale. Now, that's not a guarantee that you will make money from the NFT, but basically, if you get in on the minting of any NFT, as long as it's a solid project that has been well marketed, you will, not financial advice, most likely make a lot of money, because this is where the biggest flip happens. From the mint and sale one is often the biggest transaction, if not that, sale one to sale two, right? So 33% from mint sales, 10% from resale. So not 10% of the whole resale, 10% of their resale. So whatever they take from resales, say if they take 20%, we'll get 10% from that 20%. Well, not we'll get, we actually up that later on. So this was following a conversation. The main reason behind this is that with X person, you become the largest shareholder per mint. We understand you'll be bringing a lot to the table between you, but myself and my dad feel as though 20% of the mint and an additional 10% of resales going forward would be fair, considering the amount of ongoing work required on our behalf post-launch. The only thing is, can we call it 10 NFTs? Oh yeah, and we also asked for, there's a bit of miscommunication, but for every 100 NFTs, we want 2 NFTs. So just for the record, in terms of transparency in how I'm structuring this deal, first of all, I'm so comfortable sharing this deal is because these actual splits are going to be public on the NFT roadmap itself. So the NFT roadmap will literally say the developer, and I'm telling you the developer's my dad. How we're actually working this out is I'm going 50-50 with my dad personally. So this is actually not a Blockchain Sensei project per se, in the sense that it's between my dad and me. We're representing Blockchain Sensei. I am going to be taking 50% of the cut, and out of my 50%, I will be injecting at my discretion money into Blockchain Sensei, because I don't have a job. This is my job. Blockchain Sensei is my baby. So yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at these numbers. Numbers that are not in my bank account right now, or at least disposable. So, and this is why deals are so key. Ollie, are you there? Ollie Gilbert.
Yo, what's up?
Right, okay. Without giving away your net worth, right? If or when you close this deal, how much X is your net worth going to go up by? And this guy drives a fucking Lambo.
Yeah.
What car do you drive?
Porsche.
A Porsche. I don't know anything about cars, but it's a nice white one. Without giving away your net worth, if or when you close this deal, how much of your net worth is going to X by?
About
10x, right? This is why, right, I want to push entrepreneurship, because, right, the wealthiest people in the world are not investors solely. They're definitely not traders. They are business operators and entrepreneurs that know how to generate large amounts of income, keyword being income, and put that income into investments. The reason why I say this is because you can become the most financially literate person in the room, right? me and Mr. Harding are way more financially literate than lots of people that are wealthier than us. But what they've done is that they've accumulated the cash through income and business deals, right? So there are much wealthier people who are less financially literate than myself and Mr. Harding because we've not quite closed the life-changing deal, right? This deal is going to contribute to, no, the deals basically happened, even though we're not signing the contracts. I'm comfortable saying that because there's so much communication. So although paperwork has not been signed, I can comfortably say these deals happened. Whether these numbers will manifest, I don't know about the success of the NFT project, but let's have a look at them. Okay, the only other thing, so you guys just heard it. The guy who drives the Porsche is one deal away, right? But Ollie, how long have you been chasing this deal? How many years?
Yeah, it's been over a year that I've been
okay, right.
on the wheel of going through different deals. Not on this specific deal, this one's been a few months. But I mean, I want to sort of just chime in and say all I'm doing as well in this deal is offering a service. I'm offering a service to a guy who wants to get out of his business. I'm not coming with the money. I'm sourcing the money. I'm finding everything, putting the deal together, and I'll be 100% owner of this business, this manufacturing businesses that has assets, has staff, has clients. I'm just plugging myself into it, and it's just a service. It's just a service I'm offering.
All I'm doing here, right, is being the businessman. I have nothing to do with the code, right? I'm so fortunate that I have a dad who is amazing at his field, but fortunately for me, is not a good businessman. So it gives me the opportunity for myself and my dad to make money together. I'm sure the skill sets that I provided in this deal exist within most people watching this live or within the replay. So, okay, the only other thing is, can we call it 10 NFTs? It was 10 anyway, it was a miscommunication. Obviously, this will be on top of roughly 7 ETH if we were to sell out the first 500, right? It's a 1,000 collection. If it all goes through and it's all successful through the through NFT sales, we can call it 10 NFTs. So if all NFTs were to be sold, all 1,000, me and my dad were making 14 ETH between us. Okay, 14 ETH. Who here disbelieves that ETH is going to go to 10K? I challenge if anybody believes ETH is not going to 10K, put in chat, I do not believe ETH is going to 10K. Okay, this is a very, very big deal that I'm about to close. Whether the collection is successful or not, I do not know. But the deal itself is the point, because it's the potential, right? Mr. Harding's never seen these numbers either, so it's all very exciting, right? He's never seen this print screen. He doesn't even know about the 26,000, 52,000 numbers. So for each following batch, you would get another 15 ETH, approximately 52,000 plus 20% of resales. Basically, if this all goes successful, my net worth is Xing a little bit, okay, without giving that away. Not that I'm a high net worth individual by any means, but I'm like, this is so historical because I'm breaking down something where I could come back to this video in 6 months, being in a much better place and being like, I literally showed you guys what I did, right? So, what else have we got here? Okay, so we reduced the mint to 25%. Okay, I gave away Jim's name. Fuck it, it's fine. I'm not giving away any information. Yeah, just because he's a team of 4, and we said from the get-go, treat me as one entity. Okay, so just on trading back, so we'll send this message signal sketchy. Surf was wrong. No, we never said $500. We said 1,000, but that's fine. Obviously things get miscommunicated in a lot of messages, and he said, she said, whatever. Okay, I am suggesting 10 in total. Yeah, 10 in total, as in 10 NFTs. 2 NFTs per 100. So then he came back to me and offered me more whitelists, but let's be honest, I don't need 50 more whitelists. He agreed on the $1,000. We reduced the mint sales. So we said 33%, he said 20, we met at 25%, that sounds fair. He then says 15% of resales and 2 times 10 NFTs, as is going to be 1,000 collections. So 2% of that whole NFT collection. But then amongst another conversation, we figured out that he wanted to incorporate breeding, right? So, so we upped the stakes to 20% from resales when breeding is started. So 25. So the final agreement that we're coming to now is we've. So this is another part of the conversation. So I told them we didn't need 150 whitelist, but looking back now, this is something that I want to teach you guys as well, because this is the first NFT smart contract equity deal that I'm closing. Okay, I'm not some kind of super experienced NFT equity closer. I've experienced closing equity, but not specifically with an NFT smart contract. Admittedly, we should have charged more. As it turns out, it wasn't a 16 to 20 hour job. It's now looking like a 40 to 50 hour job. So we originally valued this project as $4,000 to $5,000 without equity, which I don't know. It's hard to question, right? Because basically, my dad will charge anything from $150 to $200 an hour for his time. So we just thought 16, 20 hours, that's around 4 or 5K. But instead, it turns out it's looking like a 10K job. We'll still keep it at 1,000 because I really do believe in these guys. Also, I know they're not high net worth individuals as well. My dad's met with them, and yeah, they seem like pretty cool working class people. So that's the end of the print screens with regards to. I mean, that's the end of me showing you this conversation. But the main takeaway is, if you guys have any skill sets whatsoever that you feel that you could contribute to an upcoming company, one of the best moves that you can make financially between now and whenever is accumulate equity. This is how much I care about my equity, right? I care more about my equity than my investments. I care more about my 50% share in Blockchain Sensei than I do about any asset I'm invested in. That's how much equity matters. And that's the game on equity, baby.
Now, one of the things I want to just say there, guys, is they don't have this conversation when you do business studies at school. They don't. You study business studies, and what do they teach you? How to work for someone else's business, not how to eventually own your own business, not how to start your own real business or how to invest in someone's business. Now, for me, equity is absolutely everything. So I'm going to be transparent in what I do in the alcohol side of things. Is I strong believer that it's all about delivering value. You over deliver on value, then you're now in a position to say, look, if you want me to carry on giving this value, and I've clearly got you this deal, then I want to discuss equity. And if someone's not willing to discuss equity, that doesn't mean that you stop working with them. You carry on working with them and carry on delivering value. And then the second time, now when you've got a killer deal on the table for them that they can't refuse, that's when you bring up the equity conversation again. Because now you've brought something to the table that you've proven yourself not once, not twice, 3 times. And in the 4th time, you've brought a game-changing piece of equity to both them and yourself. You're now in a position to go, okay, well, last time I wanted you to offer me 2% equity. I now just want 1.5, and I'm bringing you an even bigger deal, but with the option to grow this equity as the sales increase on this deal that's about to happen. And if they don't want to take it, just say, well, that's fine. I've been made an offer for this exact same deal from one of your competitors. As you can understand, this is a life-changing deal for myself, so I would be stupid to not take it. I hope we have no hard feelings, but I'm going to go and change my life because I need to.
Can I also add as well why equity is a topic of, why I want to push the word equity is because, first of all, one thing we like to do at Blockchain Sensei is that we like to talk about things that no one else is talking about, right? So we want to be ahead of the curve. This is a conversation where, like, it's literally, like, this is a new thing that I've never really said. It's actually equity over investments. It's actually equity over asset investments because why would I care more? I really love my shares in NASDAQ and Apple and Microsoft, right? Because they grow. but I care about my private equity more than my public equity,
100%.
right? And also, this is the punchline. The great thing about equity is everyone can own some, because you don't need to be an entrepreneur. Like few people are CEOs. Few people are like me, Ollie, and Mr. Hardy. Right? Few people can build, can take the burden of potentially having like employees and people to pay. So you're actually unloading a burden, because in equity, instead of being the decision maker, you're contributing your skill set. That's why I tell people, try and own 1 to 3% of 10 businesses that might blow up.
Yeah. And if they get bought out or they go public, your equity is now worth way more. So the key thing that I saw a tweet on it today, I think it might have been from Jake Tran, and I preach this, but it's even better coming from him. And he said, when it comes to work, if you are not either learning or earning a ridiculous amount, leave. Now, I'm going to add something to that. If you're not either learning on the job, so the money's not great, but you're learning a skill, or you're learning contacts, or you're learning the industry. Say, for example, you want to eventually own your own bar or restaurant. The pay is terrible, but you're working there and you're getting experience of how to run a restaurant. You're getting all the suppliers' names. You're figuring out like how the margins work, so on and so forth. That's fine to get underpaid. Now, if you're working in a bar and you want to be a lawyer, why do that? Doesn't make any sense. There's plenty of law firms out there that will pay you. There's plenty of online work that you can do to get paid to do that exact same thing. Volunteer your services, deliver so much value that they have to pay you. Now, on top of the learning, there's the earning. Now, this is where the weird balance comes in. You've got to decide in yourself, how much am I willing to earn in a job that I actually hate, or in something that you don't like waking up for in the morning? Now, if you're earning like that and you're in that position, that's where investment comes in. Because if you're investing in things and you're earning a really high amount, let's say, for example, you've got yourself one of those jobs that's 50 to 100 or 200K a year, but you absolutely despise it. If you're investing 50% of that, 80% of that, you're not going to be working there that long, and you're just going to be gassed to go into work. You're going to be like, yo, let me go into work. Let me get this dollar. Let me get these bonuses so that I can stack it up and get out of here quicker. So that's why you want to be either learning or earning or taking equity in anything that you're working in. If you're not, there is no point in being there. It's 2022. Life is very short. We've seen that in the last 2 years. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. Do not work a job that you hate just because it pays the bills. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not that bad. Like, just don't. Unless you're doing that job to get money to cover and to help family or to invest. Don't do it just because you're doing it to pass the time. Like, that's ridiculous. And there's tons of people that do it, and it's such a shame, and it's such a waste of the genius and the special person that you are. And the ultimate value that was ever given to me is the ultimate way to always constantly raise your value is to add value to yourself, and your net worth and the value you bring to a company automatically increases. The way you can do that is by networking in events like this, or going to networking events purposefully, or by reading. Just by reading books. Go to your boss, find the owner on LinkedIn, say, look, I work at this company. I'm a real passionate reader. Just wanting to know, what books are you reading? Straight away, that boss, that CEO is going to be like, hang on a minute. This person's different. Read that book, have that conversation with your CEO or your boss. Once you've read it, find a book and now go and give value to them. Because if you do those kind of things, that's how you stand out from the pack. That's how they're going to go, you know what, this person's a little bit different. This person's might offer something different for our business. And as someone that's been an employer several times, that's the kind of things that you look for, is someone that's got initiative and that can add that extra 10, 20% that nobody else can. And that's the key thing that I would always say to anyone is never stop adding value to yourself, because you and your brain and your IP, as Fadlan always says, is your ultimate asset. That's your ultimate asset. So just keep loading, keep loading, keep loading. So yeah, just thought I'd give that little.
No, that's slow. That's slow. I'm just concerned for time because it's 8:45. I really want Janae to speak, even though she's trying to get out of it. Obviously, you got to do your Elliott Wave thing. Do you reckon we got time for both?
Yep, go on.
All right, Janae, do you want to go first, or do you want Miss Harding to go first? I know you're trying to get out of it, but you can't. You can't.
Go on, Janae, you're first.
Oh my
you can do
God.
it in 10 minutes. I'll do. You do 15 minutes. I'll do 15 minutes. But even if you don't want to do 15, just do 5.
Yeah, let's have Janaea for kind of like 10 minutes maximum up until 9 o'clock. So maximum we'll have your 13 minutes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Janaea the can you make a co-host, please?
Yep.
Janaea, you got your presentation thing on ALBT.
Oh, you want me to show it? Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. Like you know how to share the screen, right?
Yeah, but I'm basically on Zoom on my phone. But let me switch over. Give me a sec.
Okay, sure, for sure. So just a quick introduction on how I met Janaea. So my housemate Esky or Amy, as many of you know her, she used to manage me in music, but not anymore. She getting into DJing. She had a house party here. It was a birthday, and then Janaea. Sorry.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was that how long ago?
Yeah, it's not 2 weeks.
What's happened in 2 weeks? But yeah, she's basically like my housemate's friend's friend. And then it was so nerdy. It was so nerdy because everyone was doing their thing, and we were just like looking at charts
At a party. Like everyone's getting drunk, smoking while on Ninja's laptop.
And then what is it? And then what is it? I forgot. Oh yeah, and then she's like, I want to do some research for your company and contribute. Like, how can I get involved? And it's like, okay, cool. Research. We don't have a researcher, do we? We don't have a researcher.
We do now.
Do you now?
We got a research team now.
So
anything you do for us, because we're a registered partnership, you can actually put it on your CV, and we'll provide a reference for you if you need it.
Oh, okay. Guys, I'm basically going on Zoom on my laptop. I'm just waiting for it to load.
Sure.
I might have to leave on my phone though, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fine. To be fair,
cool.
you can.
I'll do Elliott Wave real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what is Elliott Wave? Let's just do this real basic so that anyone could do the exact same thing. I want you to understand this is probably one of the most advanced forms of technical analysis, but one of the best and most accurate forms of technical analysis. When you get it right, it works wonders. However, it's very, very, is the term subjective or objective? I've forgotten the difference between the two now.
Subjective.
Very subjective. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's based on your individual interpretation of where the waves are starting. So something I always do is I always try and do Elliott Wave mapping with somebody else. And anytime I've done that, it's turned out to be ridiculously accurate. Like the time that I did with Ollie Gilbert, the time I did it with Seb, time I've done it with Fadlan, time I've done it with Mr. Spectacular, time I've done it with Storm. It turns out very, very accurate. So I'm going to show you how to literally understand what Elliott Wave is. So literally go to Google, type in Elliott Wave. As simple as that. So you can see I'm using pre-search. Shout out Salient VC Fund. This is one of the creators of the Salient VC Fund. He actually created this application called pre-search. And what it does is every time you're searching on Google, instead of Google getting all your data, what happens is you get paid for Google getting your data in crypto. So yeah, check that one out. A little plug there. So yeah, we'll go to the Wikipedia definition of Elliott Wave. So basically, Elliott Wave is just basically psychological wave movements. Because when you're trading the markets, what you're basically trading is people's psychology. So just the kind of mass populations behaviors. So what ends up happening is we have wave 1 to the upside, then we have wave 2 goes down. Then we have wave 3 goes up. Then we have wave 4 comes down, and then we have wave 5. Now, once we get to wave 5, we now enter into the downside of the cycle, and we have this A, B, C correction. Now, inside wave 1, you have 5 miniature waves, and inside wave 2, you have your ABC correction. But then when you go even smaller, inside this, you also have another mini wave. So you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the ABC correction just over here. So that, can everyone see that? Yep. So it never looks this clear, but the best place to do this Elliott Wave is, guess where? On the larger time frames. Now, if you do this on the larger time frames, guess what it helps you to predict? It helps you to predict where you are in the cycle. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact rundown on how Elliott Wave works. You're going to have to come and pay for a lesson, just like Ollie did, just like everyone else did. I'm just going to tell you what it is and tell you the key things that you need to know. The key thing that you need to know is that wave 2 to 3 is the biggest. So if you can figure out on the charts, if we are in this area here, this is one of the best buying zones ever. Because then from there, guess what's happening? It's going to take its biggest upward run that it's going to take. But it's going to look like this and look a little bit like this, but really the general direction is to the upside. Now, the next best place to get into an Elliott Wave is, guess where? At the end of the ABC correction. Because if you get in at the end of the ABC and you can confirm that you found a C, guess what's going to happen? You've got 3 moves to the upside now. So you've got 3 buying positions. You can buy straight at the C part of the wave, again at this part here, the 2, and then again at the 4, and then get your exit probably halfway, just as soon as it goes past the 3 level here. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm about to drop some crazy ass game on y'all. The crazy ass game that I'm about to drop on y'all is the fact that TradingView now has.
Oh, I think it stopped sharing. It's still the Elliott Wave.
Ollie, you're going to be so annoyed about this. TradingView now has a beta Elliott Wave plotter where it'll automatically plot the Elliott Wave for you. Now, to a lot of people, that doesn't mean anything. But if you really understand what that means, especially on the weekly time frames and on the bigger time frames, that is crazy. But what I would highly recommend is learning how the Elliott Wave works and learning how to plot it yourself. Then it would make the auto Elliott Wave even more valuable. So we can see here when we look at Apple on the weekly time frame, the ABC correction was all the way over here. You see there, but then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was here, and then we've had our ABC correction. So that would mean, guess where we are? We're about to go into a new leg of 1. So we'll go into the upside from here. So where this is even more helpful is when we look at the markets in general. This is where you actually want to be using it. Because if we look at the markets in general, we look at what the Elliott Wave is saying here, when it comes to the VTI, which is the total stock market, we have just hit a 5. So what would that mean is about to happen next, if anyone remembers? Does anyone remember what happens after a 5? Any ideas?
Dip.
Yep. You're going to have an A, B, C correction. So when this happens, this is not the time you want to be buying. You want to wait until it's dipped, then be buying. If you've got this. So this is on the weekly time frame to remember. So from where we are now, we're clearly going to go back up. But eventually, what this is suggesting is that we're going to come down quite a bit. Now, then if we look at this on the crypto, and we go to the total free, which is all the altcoins except Bitcoin and Ethereum. Come on, load up. Okay, so we had our ABC there. Oh, it's struggling to load now. Come on. Okay, it's struggling to load. Okay, here's an even better one. So we've got Bitcoin right now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B. What do you think this might be? Now, the different colors represent the different waves inside the waves. But if this is getting a bit complicated, please do message us for a lesson on how to understand Elliott Wave. It is one of the most important trading tools when it comes to crypto.
Or you can cheat, and for limited time only, as in the description, you can buy our £10 NFT gaming PDF and get 30 minutes of me starting for free.
Oh wow, that's that. I didn't even think of that. That's cheeky. That's actually very cheeky, but I will allow it.
I mean, it's public information. It's public information. That offer is not going to last forever. So shout out to everybody that's bought the NFT PDF.
That offer ends at the end of this month, along with one final offer that I want to show everybody.
No, fuck Valentine's Day. Like you can get Mr. Harding for half an hour and an ebook for £10.
Yeah, we're absolutely mugging ourselves here. And I want to show you one final offer. And if you don't take advantage of this, people, you're actually crazy. Like actually crazy. Because this value, I think it runs out literally anytime soon today. So if you go onto the Eventbrite, I want to share the link in a second. Next event, which is a paid event. So guys, if we're doing this for free, what we're doing in the paid events is absolutely crazy game. Now, anyone that's attended the NFT stuff so far, the NFTs that Maestro suggested to buy have already gone up 3x in 2 weeks. So he's literally just giving them out for it. He's literally just telling you projects that are making money for bands. Like the other day, we found out about CryptoPunks crossed with Bored Apes. And we also found out about Bored Ape bodies that you can buy because people have got the heads, so they're going to need the bodies. Like the game that he's giving away is actually ridiculous. And then to top it all off, we're actually doing the partnership with none other than Sean, who's the co-founder of NFT Talks, and he's good friends with Newman and Kid 8 and Known Origin. He's got some of the best insider knowledge in the UK when it comes to NFTs. Now, the deal we're doing right now, and I think it's going to end very soon, £5 early bird tickets, right? There's only 20 of them available. Oh, no, only 10 tickets available, actually. And that gets you the intro to crypto PDF, the intro to NFTs PDF, the intro to crypto gaming PDF, all and unlimited replays for £5. When the normal ticket is £15 with no replay, and the general admission is going to be £20. You get the replays and you get 4 free PDFs. So you're basically getting the same thing that's going to cost you £20 if you don't buy it today for £5. And that's only going to last. That ticket is only available until I think it's 10 o'clock tonight. So yeah, I'll post that in the group. You might want to get that. Also, this event has limited spaces. We're only going to allow 50 spaces on this event. So yeah. And just to let you know, the normal events with Maestro normally have about 20 to 30 people. There's 19 people in this. And we're going to be running sponsored ads on this event as well. So, and we've got Sean's guests that are going to be coming as well. So please don't, because again, this isn't going to be on YouTube after. This is only going to be available on a paid replay with this £20 ticket if you don't have the £5 ticket and you can't make.
And anyone who's watching this, like we've done the game since, well, you started the game in 2020 solo before it was even under Blockchain Sensei. So you've been doing the game since mid 2020. We've easily published 52 free episodes of the game, and this is our third paid ever digital event. So that's the ratio.
And just to sum it up, let's see if it's worth it, Ninja. Type game in chat if you've ever made money off anything we've said in Blockchain Sensei. Let's just wait.
That's good. My guy.
There's only 2 people. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, guys, this ticket is absolutely bizarre that we're giving out. So you might want to cop it because it's not going to be there tomorrow. Cool. Judea, over to you.
No pressure. No pressure. All right. Could you make a co-host?
Yep,
Please?
already is.
So Janae's going to be sharing some info on an altcoin that I got her to research. Shout out to my homie AP, he put it in the group chat, and that's ALBT. This is her first ever research project, so we won't go in on it too much. You know what I mean? So could you share your screen? You've not made a co-host yet, bro.
Yes, the other one.
I can share my screen on my phone because my laptop died.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There you go.
How do I share my screen though?
At the bottom, it should say share screen, like a big green arrow.
Okay, cool.
Also, to let you guys know, I got a 10 a.m. meeting with Janea and St. Jerome. They're our 2 at present only researchers, our first ever. So it's great to get 2 researchers at the same time, which is amazing. And then we'll be publishing a piece of content. So a new piece of Blockchain Sensei content that we're going to have out is like research content, just research about individual alts and stocks. So over to you, Janea. First ever. Is this your first ever time you presented something on Zoom?
Yeah. So I'm really nervous.
Okay.
I'm nervous. This looks amazing. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So I've done some research on the altcoin Alliance block, also known as ALBT, by the ticker. Oops. Can everyone see everything, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is Alliance blockchain? So Alliance blockchain is Alliance blockchain? Sorry, Alliance block. Alliance is a blockchain which has a mission of bridging TradFi, traditional finance, into DeFi, decentralized finance, by automating the process of turning any digital asset / cryptocurrency into bankable security with an international recognized individual securities identification number, also known as ISIN. This means that they're looking to fully create a decentralized capital market globally and providing the highest industry regulatory and compliance standards. That is also multi-jurisdictional. So yeah, I hope everyone understood that. Did everyone understand that?
Yeah.
So it's just basically bridging traditional finance and decentralized finance.
Yeah. So that was like a quick brief, and then this is. Sorry guys, oh my god, what is going on? This is a little bit about the CEO of Alliance Block. He is currently a serial entrepreneur. He was also a quantitative analyst at Barclays Bank, at the High Street Bank. He's currently a venture partner at the Alpha Omega Capital, and he also holds an engineering degree in computer science, signal processing, and a master's degree in probability theory, and I don't know how to say that word, processes and quantitative finance. So the Alliance Block token, the ecosystem is maintained by institutional nodes that are responsible for transaction broadcasting, voting, and service pension. The token itself provides a wide range of utilities that are beneficial for the ecosystem. I'm going to go into that next, but you can purchase ALBT on KuCoin, BuyTrue, PancakeSwap, Bitfinex, and Who? Is it Who or Ho? Is it Ho or Who?
I'm actually not too sure how to pronounce it. Mr. Arden, do you know?
I'm gonna go Who.
I think Who.
Anyway, quickly on a side note, Mr. Harding, have you ever used KuCoin before?
Yeah.
It's bloody hard.
It's bloody hard to use, isn't it, mate?
Mate, you should try using Gate.io.
Mate, like these guys, like I get why people find Binance hard to use it, but bear in mind, like Janae's never had Binance before, and I've never really used KuCoin. But like I learned when I was teaching her that like you have a trade wallet and a spot wallet.
Yeah, and then you have to
two separate accounts.
Yeah, and with Gate.io, you have to have a funding password. So every time you're putting your money on, you have to put in the password. And then to move it across to your spot wallet, you got to put in the password and then do an email verification and then also do a two-factor authentication verification.
No way, just to move from spot to trading account.
Yeah, and that platform has the maddest low cap gems, but I feel like they've made it difficult for a reason.
Yeah, they made it hard for a reason, for sure.
Yeah, because on Binance you can't get like certain coins, but then on KuCoin you can get a few.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, these are all the things that the token provides. Would that be the right word? Provide?
Yeah.
What it does. Do you want me to read it all out or?
No.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh gosh, it's a bit blurry on my side as well.
No, just what they are. So medium exchange, token burn, so on.
Oh, okay. So they have medium of exchange. The ALBT token will be the main medium of exchange for services and assets on the platform. They have token burn between 25%, 50% of fees, which automatically will be confiscated by the protocol and burned quarterly. Staking by setting up institutional data or service nodes. Network participants will participate in the staking protocol. Network fees, every transaction will require a small fee of ALBT tokens. Also with token burn, our corporate entity will buy back and burn tokens quarterly based on revenue and means of rewards, meaning node owners, stakers, and other relevant network participants will be rewarded ALBT for maintaining the network.
Nice.
And these are all like their partnerships that they've had. They have quite a lot. It's like 3 pages or 2 pages.
Oh, and Amazon Web Services as well.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest takeaways that's interesting about ALBT is that they seem to have a lot of institutional partnerships.
They do.
CEO seems pretty good, and like their target, they specifically said institutional nodes. So they're not trying to be like a retail crypto. I think they're trying to, from what I gather from, because we had like I don't know much about this crypto, but I had a kind of like pre-game call with her like 10 minutes ago, and I had a look at the project myself for a few minutes, and it seems like they're going straight. They're basically just they're going straight to the whales. It doesn't seem like this is a crypto for the people by the people.
Let me get some now then.
Only on KuCoin and other non-popularized exchanges.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of partnerships. I was reading up some stuff about them, and they were saying that they're more looking to work with people because they know that people will support their movement, which is kind of like a smart move, because instead of competing with different like tokens or other companies, they're working with people. And as you said, that these people are more on the higher end, like whales and stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so here's all like the statistics. Well, when I brought up this presentation, this is what they were from the 11th of February. The current rank has obviously changed, but at the time it was 445 on CoinMarketCap. So I keep pressing the screen. And yeah.
Wow, the all-time low so it went from 0.03 to £1.35. $1.35. Wow. Okay.
And that's it, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Amazing.
Thank you. First time ever presenting. Tried to convince her to go on camera. She's like, no, not today.
Not today.
Not today.
So let's go to questions. because we're running
Wait,
short.
wait. Before that. Okay, so the NFT that Janaea is using right now, I taught her live when I was teaching her on the because we did a lesson on the weekend. Could you tell everyone why you chose your NFT? Because this is actually game. I never thought about this. This is actual game.
Well, with NFTs, for me, obviously, from what I've known from NFTs was like the punks and everything. Like everyone had like a punk that kind of represented them type of thing. Like if you look at Ninjas, he's kind of represents him, isn't it? Like everyone has like one that looks like them, kind of. But for me, obviously, I can't afford a punk, so I was just like, I need to find an NFT that looks kind of like me, that has like a representation of myself. And when I do purchase it, it's gonna mean a bit more than me just purchasing a random NFT. So I went out looking, I was scrolling on pages, like Ninja would tell you, like I was scrolling pages on pages trying to find something that's like
Just spend like 2 or 3% BNB, by the way. This is like, I've never like had someone spend this amount of time evaluating whether to spend $8 or $12. But yeah, she wanted to get it right. But I'm glad we did that little shopping spree.
Yeah, and then I found these ones, like they have other ones, but I found this one and I was like, this one's kind of cute. I mean, my favorite color is pink and she kind of looks like me, so I just bought it. And the reason why I bought it is because I'm not looking to resell it anytime soon. I know people are like reselling their digital assets and everything. For me, this is my first NFT and I don't see myself selling it anytime soon. Or if I do want to sell it in the future, when I blow, then it's going to be worth way more than what I bought it for, because people are going to want it, because then I would have blown by then.
Love that.
Yeah.
Sick. So we got any new people?
Wait, and then one more thing, last thing, just to cover the poster. Women in crypto, could you give some encouraging words to any females watching this and the replay, why girls need to get in crypto? And then, not that you have to identify, but could you, like, do you have any idea, or could you identify any kind of reasoning why women are more deterred in this financial space than men? Because I'm trying to see a more playing field.
Well, as we know, the world is run by men. Majority of the worlds are all men, so it's a very male-dominated sector, I would say, in the world and within crypto. So it's kind of hard for women to kind of jump in and kind of know what's going on unless somebody's kind of teaching them. So yeah, like I feel like more women should get into crypto, but it is a bit hard because, like, you know, men with women, like, they have different intentions most of the time anyway. But you know, if you find the right person or right people or right group that's willing to teach you, then I would definitely say, like, go for it, because we do need more women in crypto. And it's a good representation for other women to get into it as well, because when you see someone that's like yourself or kind of looks like yourself, it can give you that boost, like, oh, maybe if you can do it, then why can't I do it, type of thing. Especially if you know zero. Like I can tell you guys today, like a week ago, I knew nothing about crypto. Zero. Like literally zero.
Yo, we've actually got 3 Black women in this room. That's amazing. Out of 19 participants, that's amazing. We've got Amina, Misha, and yourself.
I know. I'm a sister. I'm a sister's here.
Oh, is your sister here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it.
She's hiding.
Hey.
What up?
She's
That's
hiding.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I literally didn't know anything about crypto. Well, like, yeah, I would say nothing compared to what I've learned now. Even now, I don't even feel like I know a lot of things, but I've known so much since the past week. And it's just kind of like a word of encouragement to everyone that's kind of getting into it. Even if you don't know a lot of things, like, just learn on the way. You can't learn everything. It's quite complicated, especially if you don't know any terminologies or anything as well. So it's just a learning process. When you first do something the first time, you're always going to be shit at it. So yeah, that today, like, doing this is kind of like my first ever time, and I feel like in the next 6 months I'll look back at this video and laugh probably about how nervous and unknowledgeable that I was.
Love that. And this is the first one on YouTube as well, so straight
Well,
live.
she's going to be doing a second video with me and St. Jerome tomorrow, so
sick. So I am very conscious of the time, because we want to wrap up for 9:30. So questions. If you, instead of going round to everybody, if anybody's got a question, type it in the chat and we'll cover it. If there's a coin that you want us to look at, or a chart that you want us to look at, or a technical analysis piece you want us to do, type that in the chat. I've got a question that I discussed with Summer earlier. I want to kind of go over it again, which is FIFA losing the naming rights to FIFA. Well, EA losing the naming rights to FIFA. Like, that is the maddest boss move I've ever seen in business, because that was 20 odd years, 22 years almost, that EA have been building up that brand. And like, so I was asking before, does that mean that FIFA, the entity, the football entity, does that mean they can create their own game now? 50-50. Oh, you muted.
Whoops. Yeah, as we were discussing it earlier, it's a 50-50 because this entire situation is almost like it's unprecedented. And if it did happen, like one of my managers had said, it was a couple of years ago. So technically they can do a lot of things by law. Under another name, it kind of qualifies them as almost a completely separate entity, and that provides them a completely different set of legal rights.
So now my next question would be, would that, if FIFA, the football club, was to release, the football organization was to release NFTs, but also FIFA, the game, was to release NFTs, could this have been a possible conflict of interest by both parties as to why this split might have happened?
Yes.
What are the chances? Why would FIFA, the game, EA Sports, be looking into NFTs? And why would FIFA, the organization, not be happy with the fact that EA are already taking the piss with the amount of money that they're making from people on in-game transactions, now making NFTs? That would be, yeah, kind of, the writing's pretty much on the wall. So guys, expect FIFA NFTs coming real soon, and expect NFTs. I would probably even go too far as say that the official FIFA NFTs will happen with Dapper Labs Flow blockchain. Who knows? But they have got the NBA deal, and they are also talking to the NFL. So
we did a whole episode on Flow Crypto. You can go on our Twitter and find a 52 tweet string that I personally tweeted on research from Flow Crypto. So
if that deal does go through and it is Flow, and you can own NFTs of the greatest football highlights ever and moments in footballing history, that is going to become the #1 selling NFT on the planet. Fact. The Maradona Hand of God, owning that as an NFT, would sell for 40 million. Easily. Just because of the amount of times that is shown on TV, the amount of times that is shown like anywhere is ridiculous. So yeah, that's my take on that. Jerome says, can we get some info on a protocol owned liquidity, DeFi 2.0? In that one, I understand what DeFi is, but I'm not too sure what on your wording on protocol owned liquidity. Do you mean just general DeFi in general? Because one of the things I'm looking at the moment is DeFi 3.0.
No, I was referring to DeFi 2.0. I haven't even heard of DeFi 3.0. You're way too ahead of me. Let me catch up. Let me catch up first. Yeah, just similar to like I think one of the main ones that stands out within that is the Olympus DAO.
Yeah. So like the nodes, basically.
Just like in terms of like, I just find it really interesting how the DeFi 2.0 came around, and basically some of these protocols are owning their own liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
instead of renting it out. So just wanted to find out some more information about that, kind of what your take on it is. You know, is it still something that's so early, or?
Yeah, this whole space with the DeFi 2.0, a lot of the early adopters of crypto in general have now moved off buying coins, and they're now we mentioned this in the call earlier with a client, and now the rush I've seen has been to DeFi 2.0. So a lot of people have been circling around Olympus, Hector DAO, Time. All these
time's done now though. There was a huge thing because Time, Wonderland, Abracadabra are all within a particular. I'm not sure of the name of it, but they were all in a particular run by the same guy, Daniel something. He's a big guy within crypto apparently.
So my take on them is not that they're a phase, but they are the start of what is to come. They are the early applications. They're like the test net. What we're seeing right now is the test net for DeFi 2.0, which is already evolving into DeFi 3.0, which is basically in the same thing that's happening there with the nodes, but interoperable and also allowing NFTs in the mix, which is a whole different it's a whole different yield equation.
Yeah, it seems mad, like just from the small grasp that I've kind of been getting on it, like the past couple of weeks, there's just the layers on it are just, it seems like there's so many layers to it. But in terms of like, as that was key, what you just said there, the yields that you can create seem like just out of this world.
Insane. Yeah, I would highly recommend reading the Masari paper, because they've got a massive section on it and a massive section on, I think a big section on DeFi 3.0 and how the Lightning Network applications with Bitcoin are going to allow these kind of yields to happen, those kind of crazy yields, but in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. like that's actually like, so it's to do with mixing the liquidity pool into like a pot. So instead of, how do I even describe this? So the liquidity pool is basically,
because they're based a lot of them seem to be based on, well, maybe I've taken this the wrong way, but they seem to have a stable coin involved in some way, shape or form.
But now what they're looking at is using Bitcoin as a stable coin.
Wow. Wow.
Which, or the interoperability that you'll be able to choose which stable coin you want. And this is the big problem that people don't like with Terra, because it's Terra's stable coin and potentially Phantom stable coin that is going to be the test net for Olympus are going to work with the Phantom. There was definitely some talk in the developer world about it being with Terra's stable coin, and then I've now heard some rumblings about it being with Phantoms, but there's definitely a lot of talk of it happening with the Lightning Network, which getting yields of 1,000% a year in Bitcoin is like, that's unfair capital advantage to the whales.
And it seems like from the kind of information I'm reading and the kind of grasp I'm getting on it, it seems like it's almost kind of safely also a bit more safer, which is it's just actually really insane. Like, there's so much to it. Like,
it's such a, and the problem with it is it's such an advanced terminology, like in terms of terminology, like you're borderline on developer speak when you start messing around in 2.0. When you start looking into and researching this 3.0 stuff, that's where you're like, you literally are reading for like 5 minutes. You got to take a bit of a breather, because you're like, what is this that I'm even comprehending? It's like they've taken traditional finance, and DeFi 2.0 is kind of like 3-dimensional chess. And now the next step is like 4-dimensional chess, where the liquidity pools, like the whole reason the liquidity pool exists is to allow people to get out and to be able to sell. Whereas when you're doing that with interoperability, that's a whole different ball game. That is inevitably the future. And the reason that's happening is because of the DAOs. And we're going to see it, not this year, but probably the next 2 years, is the rise of the DAOs. And the DAO,
I think so.
A decentralized autonomous organization. So this is basically, Blockchain Sensei is pretty much a DAO. It's an organization that, yes, it does have the co-founders, but it's pretty much starting to run autonomously. And we're eventually going to...
And as you said, everything's so much more transparent almost as well. Yeah. Like it's
just better. And we're going to see a DAO buy a corporate company this year. And that's when people are going to go, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the space on that.
Yeah, but man, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
read that Masari
step
paper, bro.
up and move on to 3.0 at some point. But
no. The 3.0 is not like here yet. It's just the developers are already working on it.
It's crazy though, because when I started actually looking into it, it's, as you said, there's people are working on 3.0, and then I'm hearing talks recently of an actual 0.0 DeFi, like an underlayer type thing, not a layer 1, but like
with like layer traditional 0 finance.
No, within crypto also, like a layer 0.
Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't really touch on it. You know, I can only take in so much information from one thing at once. But yeah.
Mad. But yeah, definitely read the Masari paper. I cannot stress it enough.
Yeah.
The NFT event on the 28th, is that for beginners, intro to NFTs, or more advanced? It's a combination of the two. It's an event whereby there's going to be free giveaways. It's going to be for beginners. We're going to have a bit on play to earn. So we're going to be, again, just like we did with Axie, we're going to be showing a few people a few NFT games that people can play literally right then, right there. Start playing these games, start earning crypto. We're also going to have just a basic rundown of some of the really simple platforms and some of the simple NFTs that are set to blow that you can purchase. And then, yeah, we're going to have a slight, probably like the last half an hour will be pretty advanced. So, yeah, but it's going to have the replay for anyone that's got the replay ticket, the £5 one or the £20 one. Hope that answers that. And then Ninja, you want to wrap up with anything?
No, please do. So I want a new favor from everyone who attends the game live. When we upload the replay, obviously we don't expect you to watch it because you was here live. So, but like and comment is so important, so important. I just want to know who's watching, and also one very, very significant show that everyone here needs to watch is the new Technically Speaking show that is 100% governed and uploaded by Mr. Spectacular. So he will be doing this at his discretion. I think he'll be doing it at least twice a week.
Look at Cardano. Jeez. Go back to that. I've not even watched this yet.
Have you not?
Jeez. Look at that support level.
Cardano's bouncing up. Maybe. But I'm proud to announce that Mr. Spectacular is now head of Blockchain Sensei Trading. So anyone who is on the trading service, is that the correct link? Oh, amazing. Yeah. Okay. So most trades are done by him. I do manage it, so I'm the person who actually sends them out. But yeah, most trades by Mr. Spectacular, and he uploads these on Instagram as well, I believe. But yeah, I'm very, very proud to announce that every single week, and I did this in this update, there will be a minimum of 3 uploads on YouTube. Okay, the game Mondays 8 p.m. to 9:30, stocks, crypto, investing, AMAs, NFT Fridays, and technically speaking. We're about to open a new show tomorrow morning called Research Presents or Researchers Present. Right now we've got 2 researchers, my boy St. Jerome and Janaea. So basically 4 YouTube uploads now every single week, minimum.
Can we let the audience choose
I need
the
the
name?
support. Sorry?
Can we let the community choose the name?
For the research show.
Yeah.
What is in right now?
In WhatsApp.
Oh, in WhatsApp. Okay.
No, even better. Even better. On YouTube. So what we want you to do, everyone that's watching this, can you go onto the YouTube after when we close this down? And this will be Sensei search. I like that. Go onto the YouTube as soon as this is done, Blockchain Sensei YouTube, and this video will be there. Comment below and name for the new show, please. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate that.
Sensei search is definitely on the cards for the yeah. So this new series is literally going to be breaking down assets, individual assets.
Sick.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Namaste. Lots of love.
Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, share. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Oh, one sec, guys. One sec.